Hey, what's up guys? A new high skill strategy has emerged at top ladder, floating its way up to rank 70 in the world. Balloon has been getting perpetually popped by pro players because everyone's been playing Cannoneer. But this creative cycle deck has finally come up with a solution. By dropping dual lane offense with evolved skeletons, having the knight and the miner tank for both sides, you can descend your opponent into chaos. The Cannoneer doesn't fire fast enough to eliminate the skeletons, and if you have a tank on both sides, it becomes double the trouble. Even after the nerf to evolved skeletons, once they start to multiply, your opponent's gonna die. And overall, this deck has immense outplay potential. Whether it's using the cheap 2.9 elixir cycle to get back to balloons before your opponent's back to their building, using zaps and miners to redirect and reset your opponent's high damage anti-air cards, or using executioner tornado to line up your opponent's units near their tower to slice and dice. It's time to outplay opponents and fly away with wins. If you only have one evolution, use evolved skeletons, but evolved knight and zaps still work. And big balloon love to everyone that's supporting the channel with credit code SirTag. Yo, what's up, Vamp? Hopefully, we can suck the life out of this vampire. Starting with our evolved skeleton cycle, that is the best card to cycle in this deck. Generally, just because you're going to be able to split up your evolved skeletons with your knight and your miner to create chaos for the opponent. So I'm going to cycle my knight in the same side as the bomber. We know that there's a high likelihood that this homie is going to be playing a graveyard deck with a tombstone and then a tornado. So it's not going to be easy for us to win this. Dude, the bomber splashed onto my tower. How did that happen? Really? That is ridiculous. Anyway, we're going to miner directly on top of Little Prince. We could reset it with a zap. I don't think he's going to pop the ability. I highly doubt it. And now, the knight is getting tanked for by the miner, and we forced the NATO. That's awesome. That is hilarious. We forced a NATO and a tombstone. Wait, he might have dug his own tombstone with that play. That is exactly what we want to see today. But no tornado plus tombstone. It gets knights out. Dude, it's time to spam our knight to our full delight. So we want to debate out cards like that, ideally, because it's not necessarily easy for us to find damage through a tornado, a Little Prince, Cannoneer, Baby Dragon, and Tombstone. Like, if you guys haven't been able to tell, this is my own personal hell. Matching into this type of matchup is ridiculous. So I do hope that we can beat it, since it is one of the most horrifying things that we could play into in Clash. But who knows? He's going to tornado, so that's a pretty aggressive play on his end. I wonder if I can get a knight down in front of one of the skellies. Ah, that was ambitious to say the least. But these skeletons will taste delicious if I can just go for a good Electro Spirit here. I messed it up. I messed it up. No. So that knight's dead. I was hoping that we would time it perfectly, but it is what it is. He's giving us a well played. He's being mean when he has a good matchup. Imagine. That is not a nice person. Okay, wait. We might be able to cheese him a little bit and go for an executioner and like lock onto whatever he does. Wait, that's so good. This is actually astoundingly good for us. We're going for skeletons and knight. And notice how we stopped the baby dragon from crossing the river, so our princess tower is able to prioritize targeting the graveyard skeletons. He activated King Tower! No way! Oh no, this is such a joke. This is actually so annoying. Dude, I hate you. I actually don't like you as a person. Saying well played when you drop an evolved bomber at the river, like I want to beat you more than anyone I've ever played against in Clash.
You are such a despicable person.
Oh my gosh. Very rarely do I like say that about someone in Clash Royale over emotes. But like if you say like well played when someone makes mistakes, I don't think you're a nice dude. All right, so we're in a tornado here and I want to be able to lock onto the tower and hopefully we can get all the damage back. That's huge value. We're vibing with it. Remember, the evolved bomber is the biggest problem for us. So I want to be able to kill that. I really do. We're going to go for an executioner and I bet you he's going to try to do some shenanigans again. Let's go for an Electro Spirit and let's go for a miner to try to chip him out. Using the Electro Spirit, I know that he's going to probably go for an Evo Bomber and we have to tornado it. Is he not going to? Yeah, he is. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. We have to tornado and zap and we kill it. Let's go. Fast fingers out here. That's what I'm talking about, baby. A deserved loss from this guy. You know, that is so serendipitous to see someone that, you know, isn't the nicest dude lose the game. Karma just bit him in the butt. GG, and well played, and we'll jump on to the next one, and hopefully we continue the streak of beating some difficult matchups. Well, actually, scratch that. I want easy matchups the entire time. But if we get handed the hard ones, hopefully we can still win. Vamp definitely lived up to his name, giving us a matchup that seriously sucked. But luckily, the sunlight shined through versus this toxic Sir with our zap and tornado prediction. If we didn't eliminate the bomber, we would have definitely been eliminated there. All right, so this guy's got a Mega Knight in the banner. Y'all already know he is probably going to be playing that card because everyone that hates Mega Knight would never get that thing near their banner. But yeah, after we see, you know, bats in the back, it's just making me feel very solidified in my stance. If we're playing against a Mega Knight deck, it's important that we activate King Tower here using our Tornado. Let's get ready with that. That should allow us to easily activate King Tower and Sublime. No damage taken on either tower, as you guys can see. I predicted it. I said it before it even happened because I sensed it. I hate when I take damage or when I don't activate King Tower when I say those type of things, because then you guys always think I'm stupid and I'm like, yeah, I kind of am, but I was feeling superbly confident there. We're going to be going in for a zap as well, since we are able to go and slaughter his skeleton army. And as you can see, this guy's got a high skill deck of Mega Knight bridge spam. So, you know, that's the standard spam, 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 hopefully I win strategy from our opponent. We're going to go in, not activate King Tower a second time, but just, you know, make sure we bamboozle the Mega Knight with 2 elixirs spent. That is one of the highest IQ plays that you can do with the deck, and also pretty easy to do. Also, we're going to drop our Executioner off to the side, and I think that's a good strat because obviously as long as the bomber doesn't hit our tower and splash onto it, it's not that concerning. I play with my game sound off while I'm recording with you guys so I don't like have the game sound recorded from my microphone and also internally. So y'all already know, like, him dropping the bomber and hiding a unit behind the skeleton barrel is really annoying. Like, I want to be able to guarantee that I give value. I don't want to make sure that I have to pay attention to the game while I'm commentating and playing with you guys. Oh, the skeleton almost locked him to the tower too. I don't know if that cry was like BM towards us or the fact that he's losing. I don't know if he's sad or if he's saying that I should be sad because I didn't win the game. Honestly, bro, even though I'm winning, I am slightly sad that my skeletons didn't swarm and overwhelm you. Anyway, we're able to go in for a wonderful executioner in the back and crush the wizard. Harry Potter is not going to be living much longer. He is about to be livid.
Shut up! Shut up!
So obviously we can go in for a zap on top of the skeleton barrel. He's done damage on one side. He's not going to be able to deal damage on both. If it is anything substantial. I bet you he goes in for a Mega Knight, and he does. It's exactly as anticipated. I think that we just keep doing the same strategy. For the most part, like, if we can... Ooh, never mind. I guess we're doing it a bit different right now. So I'm going to try to use Tornado and then go in for a bandit counter with a Knight and then use, I think, Executioner, and I can get back to a zap. This seems like a better strategy just because the Executioner is a sturdy Sir. He's going to stay alive for a while, enabling us the offense that we need to go in to punish our opponent. And if he goes in for Wizard, this is even better for us because now we can adapt and overcome bats utilizing our Electric Spirit. Identifying that he has to go for bats is the proper decision from us, right? We knew since he dropped his Wizard, he had nothing else. So obviously we're going to punish him a bit, bank him around with a balloon and let him know that he can't do that. Sir, when you cycle Harry Potter, your tower magically vanishes. So we evaporated this guy's chances of winning just because we identified his anti-air answers and then played around them. When your opponent doesn't have the proper anti-air answers and you go for the balloon, you bash their tower multiple times and triumphantly fly away with the win. On to the next one, and we're playing against someone that finished 920 in the world, a solid gem of a game. So if we're ever playing against someone at this caliber, we are fully entrenched in the gameplay and focusing up. So you already know what's up. He's cycling a Phoenix in the back, and I believe he'll probably have a Royal Giant deck. Because most decks, yeah, I mean, I was going to say most decks with that do not be playing anything else. Like, they're almost always going to be playing RG. I tried to redirect the Monk slightly with our Miner. I was like, if we could just pull it back, it won't bounce back the Executioner's projectile in my tower. This guy is just rude. Such an uncivilized scoundrel. Spamming a Fireball and also a Phoenix into me like that? I mean, that's a lot of anti-air answers already allocated. He's going to get back to Phoenix against this balloon for sure, but... I mean, it's going to take him a while. He's really on the struggle bus right now. Also, the better thing that we can do is go for skeletons later on, and the Fisherman still fully gets countered. So even though the Fisherman is locking onto our tower here, it's actually going to hit skeletons because the skeletons are in front. When the Fisherman latches onto the tower, it never actually hits the tower. You can always body block with whatever units you drop in front. That's a cool mechanic because it allows you to stop your opponents from making predictions down the middle with either arrows or maybe a zap on top of your skeletons. It's really frustrating when that happens. That's why I kind of traditionally will be cycling it a little bit later, unless my opponent ends up having Rage or something with it. Like a lot of times they'll be running Rage Royal Giant. Then they can kill the skeletons that are on the tower, hit the tower, and then have a raised up Fisherman in your face. So we're going to Tornado this back because I don't want the Monk to give him any value. And notice how we make that prediction on the Monk ability. So now we can comfortably kill the RG with the Executioner lining up with the RG instead of hitting the Monk. The Monk is on the back and it's just like, wait, that's not how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be the line leader here. And he gets demoted. He gets sent back into the Shadow Realm. Just trying to repent and wonder why, you know, he had to fall from grace. He even got a big buff too, so, you know. The Monk is not used to being in a bad place. I wonder if we can go in for another aggressive play since we do end up having the Evolved Knight, and I think I can just balloon and guarantee that I take tower here. It's almost impossible for this guy to defend it. If he fireballs, he's not going to be able to kill. He has to go and pull the knight away using the fisherman, and then the phoenix is able to lock on, but it's also a lot of elixir spent. And then when he fireballs, the balloon should still get a shot on the tower. And then after that, I can kind of ignore the fisherman because guess what? He's not able to go and yoink our executioner like he would typically want to. So forcing him to play on defense is the way that we want to play. Because if he's able to go on offense the entire time, well, he can get a monk in front of a royal giant and then he just slaughters me because I can't defend it unless I constantly go in for executioners, get more knights on the field, and then I'm able to maybe somehow defend. But now we're kind of on a timer. We have to defend against a full-on RG, and I have literally no elixir. I'm at 1 elixir, and we just need to stop the RG from hitting my tower with a barbarrel. If the barbarrel doesn't reach, I think we're good. So a very clutch W there against someone that has royal giant monk, when all we have is an executioner with 0 buildings. The main takeaways from that match is to make sure that the monk goes behind the royal giant if you can. Just with that tornado, it's a really good play to ensure quality defenses. And when you get an opportunity with an evolved knight, apply pressure. Force the opponent to overspend on defense so they don't have enough fuel in the tank to go all out on offense. Because if he was able to go all out on offense, there was no way for me to stop another monk royal giant push, especially when it's evolved. When he wasted an abundance of elixir with a fireball and fisherman on defense, when he was trying to piece together an offense, everything fell apart. So diving deep into this match against Daniel, we're not going to be spamming our stuff subtly at the start. We're just going to be playing passive. We don't want to be a sinister sir dropping a balloon directly into a building because then our opponent's going to be able to build up an elixir advantage and slaughter us. So I'm going to try to go in for an executioner here to hopefully be able to snipe this firecracker. I don't know if this is the right play, but I think it will work out since it is able to hit on top of the firecracker since it targeted the mighty miner first. Now we might be able to go in for a zap with this executioner. It'd be really fun to do this. Reason being is we're able to activate King Tower against the Hog Rider, and then we're also able to go for Skeleton to pull back the Mighty Miner. The Executioner is, oh my gosh, I was going to say almost able to hit the tower, but it didn't just hit the tower once, it conquered the tower twice. That zap was so unpredictably awesome. Also, we definitely need to go in for a knight directly on top of that firecracker. That's just a problem. And then we're going to go for the zap after though. If you guys are wondering why I didn't immediately go for the zap when I had the 2 elixir, it's because you don't want to overlap the stun of the zap plus the electric spirit. The electric spirit, its stun is minimal, but you want to make sure that the stun hits the Hog Rider and then you stun again with the zap, so it's a much bigger stun overall. Compile the stuns and your opponent will just be stuck in place without anything really to do. But one of the worst plays that I see noobs do is they'll end up going in for, you know, an ice spirit and then they'll freeze at the same time and you're just like wondering, what are you doing? Why would you overspend that much? Wait, even though he had a Mighty Miner bomb, the skeleton still stayed alive. These things are cockroaches. That's crazy. Nothing kills them, honestly. Oh, never mind. Executioner does apparently. Oh, wait. Again, the zap? Beautiful. The zap keeps everything alive a little bit longer, and then the Hog Rider is just like nowhere to be found from our opponent. He's not able to recoup the damage that he just took. He will Hog Rider soon, so I need to get back to our tornado. So notice how I cycle the skeletons a little bit more leisurely and situations where we have our tornado 1 card away. But if we had our tornado multiple cards away, I'd be spamming stuff every single second at the river. I'm going to go for a miner directly on top of the firecracker, and we can zap on that as well. I think that's worth it if the miner just gets a hit. Oh, I didn't get the shovel slap, man. All right, he's going to Hog Rider, so we're going to tornado to kill the firecracker and pull the Hog Rider back. Dang it. Dude, I'm trying to make predictions. I'm trying to feel fancy out here. All right, I see you, dude. I see you. So we're going to zap on top of the skeletons, and the miner can dig away enough for us to win the game, hopefully. Generally, if you're not able to break through with balloon and you're just like, hey, I've done a lot of damage with my other stuff, I can gradually whittle him down and make him frown by bouncing through with miners. Because it's not that as aggressive of a play, right? Like, let's say I overcommit with a balloon, I might not have enough elixir to defend against the Hog Rider. But if I'm constantly keeping up a good defense with skeletons and cheaply spending elixir on offense with miners and then tornadoes and zaps, then I can guarantee the win while still having enough elixir to retain the defense needed to dominate. Hey, this guy's got Peck in the banner. That is one of the best matchups for our deck. So if you guys are wondering why it's so good, a lot of times they're not going to have buildings. You're able to barrage your way through with a balloon and go straight towards the tower. So I'm going to miner here. I'm going to guess that he's also going to drop his miner in the safe spot because no one wants to get tornadoed. And guess what? If you decided to drop your tornado like onto our miner, you would just never be able to activate King Tower. However, if you dropped the miner slightly further back or in a different positioning, we could have definitely activated King Tower with our tornado against your miner. So no matter what, we were in a good spot with that knight, and he was definitely destined to not get a good interaction. We're going to try to kill that executioner, drop our skeletons here, so his Executioner doesn't slime my tower for too much damage. Also, we might be able to do a similar strategy to him. We do have our Tornado in hand, and I definitely want to do that. Even if he's going to go for a bowler, he's bound to take a ton of damage. He's getting sliced and diced by this Executioner, and then we're able to zap for even more damage to reset his bowler back onto the miner. And how about you take a taste of your own medicine, my man? Oh, man. Okay, never mind. Maybe I'm going to be eating more damage than I would want. What if I go in for the knight like this, and then I go for skeletons off to this side? And then, wait, this worked out so well? Because if you pragmatically put yourself in a position where the bowler can't lock onto the tower, then you're fine because you can ignore the miner. That is the only thing that mattered. And our Executioner is carving up his tower like a freaking pumpkin right now, too. And to be honest, I don't think that this guy is enjoying it. He's not lighting up like a jack-o'-lantern or that kind of stuff. He is kind of embracing the bad spirit of Halloween, where he is superbly spooked by our strategy. All right, so also I said jack-o'-lantern in the weirdest way possible. I'm so proud of my English capabilities, guys. It's almost as if English is my first language, and I almost know so many other things as well. But, you know, we're just so close to mastering gibberish. Anyway, we're going to be going in for a possible interaction where we can activate King Tower with an Electro Spirit against the bowler. I think that's good. Also, is he going to try to slime me with another? Oh, he is! He's one of them! Oh, no. Or nor, my dude. Don't do this to me. We're going to miner in the back. Because we need to prioritize defending against the double bowler's aggression at the river. This guy is a madman of knowing no bounds. He's not bound by the rules and regulations of Clash Royale. He goes all in for the win. So, wait. If we have this... Oh, we got the sauce. We have the slime. And I think we're going to be dining finally on his tower. Even if the balloon gets death damage, that's all I really need. Oh my gosh, he's mirror tornadoing. He is so committed to the cause of defending that I've never seen anything like it before. The Electric Spirit should be able to chain onto the tower if we're not really unlucky. And then that's going to give us some chip damage. And then we can go for an Executioner in his face just to go and slaughter all of his stuff. Try to go in for the Tornado to finish off the tower. And then go for Skeletons and an Evolved Knight in the back. So I'm glad that we were able to back out of this match with a W, because people that drop 2 bowlers at the bridge as their sole way to win, I'm not going to lie, scare me quite a bit. Losing to that guy just wasn't it. My man leveled up to Olympic levels of bowling, but still rolled a gutter ball. Execute the like button if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest.